Good morning, Up With People world. My name is Donna Reed, and if this is the first time you're seeing one of our videos, I want you to check out Cactus Lounge on YouTube and watch the original video I did to tell you who I'm interviewing, why I'm interviewing, and what we're doing here. And this morning for me in Tucson, I have the pleasure of talking with NK, who is in South Africa. So good morning and good afternoon from Arizona.
Good morning, Donna, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I didn't sleep very much, so I'm probably going to drink some of my coffee during this interview. But
no
anyway,
problem.
So NK, I know you as NK because I can't pronounce your name. How do you say your full name?
Okay, my full name is Nkululeko. My last name Shelembe. So it starts with the NK. So a lot of people call me NK.
NK, thank you. Yes. Appreciate that. And tell our listeners where you live and what you do for work right now.
So now I'm based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm a professional tourist guide. I also run a tour company as well. And I run also an NPO that I run with my wife. So it's an NPO that is meant to help people in my, like giving back to the community in my old neighborhood.
Nice, nice. What's the name of the nonprofit, right? NPO, nonprofit?
Yes, nonprofit organization. It's called the Shelk, Shaping Hope in Lawn, where I'm originally from. That's inside Johannesburg.
Okay, all right, thank you. Yes. I that piece. So when did you first travel in Up With People, NK?
I first traveled in, I did a semester in 2013. I was with CASB 2013. Yeah, that's when I traveled in July, yes.
July, okay.
Yes, 2013, yes.
And when you came to Up With People, you staged in Denver, right? You went to Denver?
That's correct, yes, that's correct.
And did you, this might sound ridiculous, but did you speak fluent English when you came? Was that your first language, or what was your first language?
Obviously, in South Africa, we are exposed to English, but definitely it's not my first language. I have a mother tongue, which is Zulu, out of the 11 official South African languages. So Zulu is, that's what I speak as my first language. But obviously, we learn English at school from primary and secondary. So I was, able to communicate, but I think, I kind of improve a bit because I had to speak English every day now, so
of course.
To communicate with, everyone else. But English is our second language. My second language. Yes, yes.
And I don't remember now. I need to tell our audience, our viewers, that met you and you stayed at my house a couple of days and spent some time in Tucson. Yes. But
yes.
Remind me, did you see a show before you traveled, or what was your introduction into Up With People?
Into Up With unfortunately, because I was just on the other side of the world, and obviously not, I don't think there's ever been a show down in South Africa, so I was not lucky to see the show before I traveled, but I was lucky enough to meet an alumni that actually introduced me to this program, told me all about Up With People. And then I was interested, but initially I was just interested in traveling and seeing the world, since also I'm in a tourism space, so I'm always eager to travel. But I never saw a show that I was part of the show, but previously I never saw any show because, being based in South Africa. So,
right.
Difficult to see one.
So, so you apply for this program, you fly across the world, you go to Denver, Tell me, because, you know, we're talking to people all across the generations. Did you
Yes.
costumes the year you traveled, or did Up With People provide them, or did you bring your own costumes?
I'll say that because I was singing Shosholoza, the South African traditional song. They already had a costume for that, and then when I traveled, so they just brought. I brought the clothes that are the colorful blue shirt and jeans, denim jeans. So that's what I brought. But the rest of the things we got from the show. So yes, yeah, especially the traditional outfit, African outfit that I used when I was singing Shosholoza. So
that's
yeah, I'll say they provided the costumes. Yeah, they did. Yes.
So we older alumni who didn't get to wear jeans found it fascinating when you all got to wear jeans as part of your show. You know, that was that was different for us.
Things change, eh?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song that was in your show or from another year, now that you've heard some songs from other years? Do you have a song that really spoke to you when you traveled?
Yeah, there were a couple songs that I really liked. You know, we had Stand Up. You know, if Stand Up, the song about bullying. Yes. And then what's this other one? There were so many, but yeah, the one that I can recall now was the song we used, Stand Up, and I forgot the name of.
You're not
Rise
even
Up? I can't.
Rise.
There were so many songs that you know stuck apart from, you know, songs that are traditional songs, but wow, there was this song about the Caribbean song that I like so much. I forgot the name for it, but it will come back. I'll tell you. You're
not even that old and you're already forgetting things. See, wait till you're my age, you know. So tell me about something that happened on the road that maybe was a learning experience for you that you didn't necessarily expect to happen. Was there anything that really happened to you in your 6 months that you'll just never forget?
For me, I think you know, when I first got to the state, it was obviously a bit of a culture shock. So the whole experience was really really interesting for me. But I think you know, comparing from where we come from, you know, I was just amazed by how people welcomed us, and you know, we were able to stay in their homes because that was something really. There was something really amazing for me to be able to learn from the inside, and I think some of the families that we you know that hosted us were very, very nice, and we've learned so much from them. You know, I just, you know, I can't think of just one thing that was that kind of stand out, you know. So, but one thing that I think I'll take from the show, because before I've never performed anything in my life, you know. I'm a tourist guide, so I speak a lot in front of people, but when it comes to singing and just, you know, getting out there, exposing myself, I think that was just amazing for me, especially our first show in Denver. It just, you know, it taught me so much. I can't, you know, we have never done anything like that. So, and just also, I know we just a bunch of amateurs, but just to be on a professional set, and it was just amazing. So that taught me a lot, and it's something that stands out even now. You know, it has improved my confidence as well.
That's true. So they bring a bunch of young people together from all over the world who may or may not
Yes.
have performed and put you on a stage, and voila,
Yes.
you're going to do a show. So yeah.
Yeah. So that was amazing.
Tell me, was there anything super funny that happened? Is there anything that you can look back in you traveled 6 months, right? July through December?
Yes.
Is there anything that happened that was super funny that you can look at and you can tell me?
Yeah, there were a couple actually. I know that I think I can't remember where it was, Sheridan or Jackson, where I couldn't get up on water skiing. I was water skiing for the first time, so it was really, really difficult. I think I did just a couple of times I was able to get up, but most of the time, when my host family was trying to help me get up, it was just it was so difficult, and doing something like that for the first time, I guess.
Yeah.
You can agree that it's not easy
at
all,
easy.
But it was quite an experience. Yeah, and another one I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Culiacan in Mexico, where we had to perform a show, and we obviously added some of the Mexican songs, so it was a bit longer than usual. But I think on our lunch break, a lot of us, ate pizzas, and then everyone was kind of on diarrhea or something, So, and now people had to run to the bathroom and exchange. The sad part, even my friend Maria, who was actually emceeing the show, had to actually somehow go to the bathroom, come back, and continue with the show. So I think that was funny. It didn't look funny at that time, but when you think about it after, you feel like, oh, that was something else. So
how many of us?
Crazy.
Yeah, how many of us had that experience in different countries when we were eating food that we weren't accustomed to?
Yeah, and then it doesn't go with your system, and
Yeah. Well, we'll see how many alumni watching this laugh and react and remember those. Anyway, so NK, when you did you already have the tour company when you came to Up With People, or did you do that when you got back?
I did that when I got back, because I actually met the alumni when I was working for another company, and then they introduced me to Up With People. So I was working for another company, but because I was supposed to go away for that long, for half a year, I needed to resign from my previous job, and then with being able to. When I came back from Up With People, I had an option to apply at my old job again, or just speak to them, or maybe try starting my own business. So, of which I opted for that, to risk starting my own business. So, so yes, yeah.
Do you think that your time in Up With People helped give you the confidence to be able to start your own company and just know, I can do this?
Yeah, that's definitely, I can agree to that, because I felt more, as I said earlier, I felt more confident that I can do a lot of things on my own, especially after just traveling that long, getting all that contact. I felt that maybe this is the time to actually start doing something of my own, and using all the contact that I had, using the platform also of the Up With People alumni. So of which it did help me a lot, actually.
Yeah. So tell me, the last couple of years with COVID and everything, was your business affected in South Africa? I'm assuming it was. Did you have to do anything extra, or were you able to just make it through, or how did the last couple of years go for you?
Yeah, that's true. I think the past 2 years have been very, very difficult for a lot of people in the tourism industry, not just myself, but some of my colleagues and people that I know in the industry in South Africa. have actually suffered a lot, whether just, being directly affected by COVID in terms of income or even health-wise as well. We've kind of lost, many people that I know personally. And in terms of business, for the past 2 years, it was very, very difficult. I think 2020 and 2021 was very, very difficult because, we had to divert and do other things, myself, I was more focused on a nonprofit because I had a lot of time in my hands since my business couldn't, it was not operating. So I had to focus more on nonprofit, and that's what I did. But I think past 2 years have been very, very quiet for many of the people in the hospitality industry.
Yeah. So tell me, if you had never been in Up With People.
Yes.
Can you imagine what your life would be like?
Yeah, that's very difficult. I think I'll probably be at my old job, so because that definitely changed. It changed my life for the better, I just can't imagine my life without all those guys, that I was traveling with. Really amazing people. Really, Super. I was learning a lot about their cultures. They were learning a lot about my culture as well. It was a platform for me to represent my country, but also learn about what's happening out there, because we don't get as much information as you get from traveling with Up With People, so it was a great platform for me, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So
that's awesome.
My time was, it was worth it. Everything I did, it was worth it for me. Yes.
So because we're trying to keep this to about 15 minutes, and I think we're maybe getting close to that. I'm not doing very good at timing. I know you're married, and I know
no problem. Yeah.
You have 2 little ones. I met you had a brand new baby when I met you a few years ago, and you told me he's turning 4 this year. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
He's turning 4. Yeah.
Yes, in July.
Well, I follow you on Facebook. You know that, and
yes.
When we post this, I'm going to ask you to give me some details about your nonprofit and your website for your company, so that we can add that, to the.
Oh, yes.
But before we go, I'm going to ask you 4 quick questions that I told you to prepare for. So,
no problem.
Do you have a favorite food that you ate for the first time when you were on the road?
Oh, so many. Chicken burritos. I had them at my host family in Denver.
Yeah.
Bagels. So, and obviously tacos as well.
That's true.
Tacos, did that. It was always, I love them so much. Yeah, I still miss them even. Yeah.
we need to send you some tacos. So
yes.
What about a favorite host family? Do you have a favorite host family?
Oh, obviously my first Denver family. I think because I spent a long time with them, I think we got really close. And then there was this one family again in Mexico, in Culiacan. They were very, 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 very nice, and it was, awesome. My host siblings. It was even difficult when we had to leave. And crying and all those sorts of things.
Okay,
but
our signals.
I think
our signals coming and going. NK. Last question.
Very, very. I think we got very close. Yes.
Okay, so we're.
Yes.
Can you hear the signals coming and going here towards the end? Tell me if you had one place that you could go back to, that today somebody gave you a ticket and you could get on a plane. Where would you go?
Oh, that's a difficult one, but My wish is to obviously take my wife to Denver, because I think that really that was my first time in the US, and that was my first stop. So I really like her to see that part of the world.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Denver was very nice to me, so I love her to kind of to see what I've experienced. Yeah. So yeah, well, that would be my first
your
stop.
First choice.
So, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And you have a lot of friends from your cast in all right, well, we're going to wrap it up, and I'll upload this to YouTube and post it and share it with you. You're going to see that there's times when the video wasn't perfect, but you know what? Considering we're, I don't know how many miles apart, it's pretty good, all things considered. And it's
great.
It's lovely to see you again. And I wish you all the best in your tourism business and your nonprofit, and giving you big hugs here from Tucson.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Donna. And I really appreciate your time. And yeah, take care.
No problem.